It's the 2018-2019 ASEAN Basketball League semifinals. It's game one between the BTN CLS Knights and the Mono Vampire Basketball Club of Thailand. We are back here at the Knights ground, Gor Basket Kertajaya in Surabaya, Indonesia. Saying good evening to everyone watching us right now. And I am Siddharth Tupas together with Rocky Padilla, the Indonesian multimedia star. It's great to be working with you, Rocky. And your thoughts on this matchup?
First of all, great working with you too, the legendary Siddharth Tupas. But on tonight's matchup, two powerhouses, Mono Vampire, as we know, they stacked their team at the second half of the season. And BTN Shells Knights Indonesia, they're the team on the rise this season. Hope to make their first trip to the ABL finals. So this should be interesting and should be a tight one.
Well, definitely. Game one of the best of three series on this Sunday night here at the jam-packed Gor Basket Kertajaya. Of course, Mono Vampire looking to return to the finals where they lost last year to San Miguel, Alab, Pilipinas of the Philippines. CLS Knights on their second season, trying to continue this remarkable rise that, as you mentioned, we've seen this season. And we take a look at the keys for the Knights.
I mean, like, the rebound is, of course, is important. Especially we know Mono have Travis Romeo and also Malcolm White, which they both are a very good offensive rebounder. So CLS needs to make sure that there's no second chance point for Mono and run and try to score on a fast break. As we know, CLS is a great transition team. They really excel in it, and they got good shooters. So when they could go on a transition, they could find open shooters. That would be great. And of course, I think there's another one that it will be important is they need to have a hot start.
No, very important. And they've been hot here in the Gor Basket Kertajaya. This is their home, and they've been terrific at home. We take a look at our playoff pictures. The Singapore Slingers already punching their ticket to the finals with a sweep of the Hong Kong Eastern. So they're waiting for the winner of this series. The series began a bit late because of a few holidays in the way.
And I would like to know, because they had a 2-week break, right? If either of this one team are rusty to start the game, because
absolutely,
because 2 weeks without a game run, that should be interesting though to see which team gonna start this game pretty well.
Well, for Mono, they haven't played since April 3.
Wow.
When they beat the Formosa Dreamers 70-68 in their home floor in Nunthaburi, Thailand. As for CLS, they haven't played since April 7 when they beat the Saigon Heat 68-56 in that deciding quarter-final series. And when you talk about Mono Vampire, you see a loaded roster, and for a while, this wasn't the team that we saw so far this season, because they started out 2-10, and now they're in the playoffs. They're almost 2 wins away from booking a ticket back to the finals.
And they made a change right before the playoff of their head coach. So I was pretty interesting to watch them against Formosa, and actually they won both games right away. I was pretty surprised. But the last game was very dramatic though, where they were down by 2 points with 7 seconds left. And this is a team that's very experienced, I think. So they know how to close a very close game.
Well, they have Mike Singletary, who's no stranger to so many wars here in the ABL. They taking over the coaching chores. Tongkiat Singhaseni, who has been serving as the assistant of former coach Doug Marty, and the transition has been seamless at Rocky.
Yes, I talked to a couple of players about the transition. They told me they play with the same system, but they have more freedom right now. That's why they like the offense. And the most important thing they said is there's no ego in this team. So that's what makes them really successful at the end of the season.
Well, that is very important. Chemistry and cohesion, keys to really making a strong push for the championship. On the other side, Coach Brian Rosum has done a terrific job here. Also, CLS starting out very slow at the start of the season, but also made several changes. Maxi Esho, the lone survivor from the import, the import selections that his team has gone through.
But CLS Knights, I talked to Coach Brian Rossum after the Saigon Heat Game 3. He really wants the team to play good defense. not really worry about the offense, but when you play good defense, you're gonna create something easy on the offensive end. So that's what he was worried about this game.
And that's why the CLS, with a fantastic defensive job in that Game 3 win, 68-56 win over the Heat, and Saigon, a high-powered team, held to just 56 points as we listen to the player introductions.
Number 15, Jan Misael Panaga. Number 16, Vilma Dwi Nugroho. Number 17, Katon Aji Baskoro. Number 24, Muhammad Saroni. Number 27, Bima Rizky Ardiansah. And number 11, our next Indonesian player, Arif Hidayat. Hadirin sekalian, kami persilakan untuk berdiri sejenak untuk bersama-sama kita menyanyikan lagu bangsa kita, Indonesia Raya.
Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem, Indonesia Raya.
what a rousing start to this game 1 of the ASEAN Basketball League semifinals between Mono Vampire of Thailand and the hosts CLS Knights of Indonesia. Starting 5 here for Mono Vampire. Rocky.
Singletary, obviously very hot. The last 2 games against CLS averaged 29 points per game and a very crazy 69% from the 3-point line. So Michael Singletary gonna be the focal point for Mono tonight. So CLS Knights better watch out for him.
Oh, of course, CLS, they showed the starting 5 earlier. Wong Wei Long, baby-faced assassin, he was introduced here. And, you gotta like the atmosphere here for CLS Knights games. This is their home ground, and, they talk about the crowd support here.
It's a very hostile environment to play at. So Mono, they better get the crowds out of this game really quick because the CLS Knights could fade off from this very, very energetic fans out here. And they have the pot cover, so better close your ears tonight because it's going to be really loud at the Qatar Jaya Gore.
This is the road to the semifinals. We mentioned that game, 68-56, that series clinching win. 2 of those wins in that series against Saigon, Maxi Esha was the best player. Over to the other side, Mono Vampire pulling off a sweep of the #1 seed, Formosa Dreamers, and of course, Mike Singletary was the star of the show in both games.
I don't think the number 8 seeds matter no more now.
Actually, that is true. That is true.
They're a very strong team right now. I feel like they're like the #1 seed right now. So CLS better get ready for this game and have a good start because Mono is ready to play.
When you talk about that, Rocky, when you say that the number 8 seed is, you consider it even the top seed now.
Yes.
When we started the playoffs, when you look at that playoff bracket, actually it was a very open playoff bracket.
Yes.
There were some tight games in the first round, and you expect it was very unpredictable who will make it through it.
As we know that the defending champion got knocked out.
Number 1 and number 2 seeds got knocked out.
So it is a very, very exciting season for the ABL. So the fans they got their treatment from the ABL this season.
Absolutely. So,
and this is the federation, the head of the Basketball Federation of Indonesia, Mr. Danny Kosasi.
So showing up in full force here, the fans and the bigwigs of Indonesian basketball. And one of those bigwigs is sitting here beside me. One of the unsung heroes of Indonesian basketball. So what a treat for the fans here. CLS, of course, trying to become just the 2nd team to win the ABL title.
From Indonesia.
Yeah, from Indonesia.
And outside, I want to say something. Outside the matchup for the imports, I want to see, hopefully, Coach Brian Rossum and Coach Tong going to put Tyler Lamb on Brandon Jawado. I think those two going to be fun to watch playing against each other tonight.
Wow. Actually, there are so many matchups there.
Of course, the imports they're going to be fun to watch too.
Yeah, Maxi Esho against Singletary, Malcolm White against Watkins.
I was wondering how these 2 teams going to match up, because they might mix it up. We don't know who's going to guard Michael Singletary. Obviously, Mono have a height advantage over the starting lineup of CLS. So we're going to see who's going to guard Travis, Travis is a really strong guy, strong post presence.
There's Romeo Travis, he does his work silently,
Yes.
He does all the dirty work inside.
And he got the heart of the champions. I think he just got off 2 championship run. So he is ready. He knows how to play in this big game.
Yeah, absolutely. So look out for that as we begin this matchup. Ball is up and we are underway here at Gorkata Jaya. Mono Vampire winning the tip.
And we see some rustiness probably early in this minute.
Basket for Romeo Travis to open the ball game. That baseline J drops.
That's a good sign for Mono if Travis could hit that shot consistently, because we know Travis is kind of a streaky shooter, but he's a pretty decent, from mid-range.
Then turnover here early on. A long way long throwing that ball away. And Maxi Esho relocating that time.
As we see, the fans is really loud. I could barely hear you right now.
We have some good seats here. They go down low to Romeo Travis against Maxi Esho. Travis trying to drop it off to Malcolm White. Lamb recovers, throws up a three.
That hamstring looks good. As we know, Tyler Lamb missed the game 2.
Just a long two there.
Yeah, that was a long 2. But Tyler Lamb going to be an X factor in this series.
He missed the second game against Formosa. Jawato with a drive gets fouled by Mike Singletary.
I talked to Tyler Lamb before the game. He said his hamstring is all the way good.
Yeah.
So no worries for the hamstring. Because, you know, hamstring injury is kind of lingering, you know. You could get...
Yeah, but he got some probably 3 weeks to recover from that injury. So Brandon Jawato at the line, the local leading scorer of the CLS Knights. Started the season really slow, Brandon Jawato, but picked it up as he got settled into the CLS Knights lineup. 13 points per outing and almost 2 3-point makes.
I think he is the glue guy for CLS. You know, he needs to stay on the floor. He can't get into foul trouble because we know in game 2 against Saigon, he fouled out the game and they lost the game. So that's the key for him to stay from foul trouble.
4-2, Mono Vampire with the lead. Romeo Travis backing down on Esho. Travis with the post move, no good.
We see that a couple of this first possession, Manu trying to, you know, go to Travis to shut the offense.
Way long with a 3-ball. And the crowd goes wild.
Wong Wei Long this season, I mean this playoff, been playing like a local MVP. So that's a good start for Wong Wei Long with the first 3-point shot.
They bottled up Malcolm White. That's a rejection from Maxi Esho. 3-pointer number 55 for Wong Wei Long.
As we talk about pre-game, defense is the main focus for CLS, and we saw that Esho with a good help defense right there.
Mike Singletary with the inbound. Moses Morgan also in the starting lineup. Tyler Lamb from deep.
That's a setup play for Mano. You know, Tyler Lamb shot the shot in front of Jawato.
7-5, Watkins. Wei Long gets it back. Wong Wei Long guarded by Romeo Travis. Wong Wei Long pulls up. That won't work. Malcolm White with a rebound. Singletary. Pass deflected by Herring. Morgan from deep, no good. That's Maxi Esho with the rebound.
It's pretty interesting, you know, Coach Tong went and we saw Maxi Esho just hit the 3-point shot. As I was about to say, Coach Tong went with Moses Morgan instead of Freddie Lish, who was playing for CLS last season. So this is a pretty interesting lineup, very big lineup.
8-7. Taken away by CLS, Doug Herring. Herring pulls up for 3. No good. Travis with the rebound.
I don't think Coach Brian Rossum mind that shot because they're trying to get Herring going too.
Mono Vampire throwing that ball away.
Would be their third
Herring all the way to the rack. Doug Herring gets the basket to go plus the foul.
Doug Herring looks very aggressive in this first 3 minutes of the game. That's a good sign for CLS because I think if Doug Herring could score more than 15 points, I think that's a bigger opportunity for CLS to win the game.
Doug Herring with that rack attack. It's his first basket of the game. 10-7 is our score here. And Freddie Lish in the ball game. Yeah, CLS. You see them pushing the basketball at every chance here, Rocky.
Yes, that was one of the keys for this game also because we know this team excel in transition basketball. So Mano better go back on D very quickly after a shot.
Morgan passes up on the 3. Freddie Lish. Travis on the pick and pop. That drops for Romeo Travis.
That's the second shot from almost the same spot for Travis. So Travis, I think, is in a good rhythm for tonight's game.
11-9, CLS to the lead. Gelato on the move. Gelato.
It's hard to challenge Malcolm White inside there. Malcolm White is a very good defender also.
Lish gets it back and banks it in.
Lish is very familiar with the court, with the backboard, with everything out here. So he told me too, it's very crazy, play for CLS and now playing against them in the semifinals. So he's very excited for this game.
Long way long, baseline drive. That's a foul.
I like how CLS play in this first 4 minutes. They don't settle for three-point shots because usually they always settle for three-point shots, to see if they're hot or not. But tonight, as we see, they take it to the rack.
And long way long there, blowing by Freddie Lish on the help, Malcolm White.
If they could get Malcolm White or Romeo Travis to foul trouble early, that's gonna be a big help for them for this game.
First free throw is good. Wong Wei Long, former local MVP. Spent most of his ABL career with the Singapore Slingers, who are already in the finals after that sweep of Hong Kong Eastern. So Wong Wei Long trying to lead CLS to the finals as well, and his former team awaits there.
And Wong Wei Long is probably the only one with the experience of playing in the ABL finals on the CLS team.
ABL playoffs, actually.
ABL playoff, probably, yeah, that's right. But we can't say anything else about Darrell Watkins. Big veteran guy, He knows all about this big game also.
That's Coach Brian Rossum. Earlier on your screens, he was been the architect of this turnaround. And CLS unable to make the playoffs last season. They're first in the ABL, now in the semifinals. Lamb from deep, no good.
This is what we're talking about, They got to secure the rebound. Can't let Mono have a second chance points.
8 seconds to shoot. Lamb, another crack. No good. Esho with a rebound. And Maxi Esho will slow it down.
CLS got lucky on that one, Tyler got 2 good looks, but he can't hit the shot.
Watkins pulls up from the elbow, short. Rebound goes to Tyler Lamb. Lamb. Now they go to Malcolm White, asking for a foul. Watkins right in front of him. White settles for the jumper. It's good.
I don't know if he called bang on that one, but it went in, and he gave a smile a little bit.
Yeah. So Malcolm White, first basket of the ball game. Doug Herring gets it to Gelato from the corner. No good. Another rebound for Romeo Travis. Lamb on the drive with a getaway. Tyler Lamb.
That was a nice drive by Tyler Lamb, finding the hole on the CLS nice defense.
7 points so far for Tyler Lamb, leading all scorers in this ball game.
That's a quick start. I know that we talked about him pre-game, matchup between Tyler and Gelato, and Gelato responded right away.
You gotta like the response there from Brandon Gelato, rising to the challenge. Post and Malcolm White, Lish is blocked. And Wong Wei Long lost his balance there on defending Freddie Lish, but Watkins on the drive helping out. And we're tied at 15 with 3:51 remaining here in the first period. This is the block from Darrell Watkins, leading to this timeout. Deadlocked at 15 here between the CLS Knights and Mono Vampire. Back inside the Gor Kertajaya where the CLS Knights and Mono Vampire starting their series here. Freddie Leash from deep.
Freddie Leash, you know, I watched him warm up today. He barely missed from the three-point shot, and it works in the game too.
18-15. That's the go-ahead basket here. Leash with 5 points.
Very good start for Mono right now, leading by 3.
Jawato dribbling his way out of trouble, but airballs the 3.
That's kind of an ill-advised shot by Jawato. I don't think Coach Brian Ross is going to like that shot.
Freddie Leash gets the pick from White. Esho shows. Freddie Leash all alone for the 3, short. That's now Watkins with the rebound. Doug Herring ahead to Esho. Esho attacks. Jawato picks it up, no good. Ball will stay with the Knights.
I would like to see more ball movement from the Knights, you know. I saw Wong Whalum was open on the corner, you know. They could kick it out to him for an open 3. But Maxi trying to push his way to the basket.
Sandy Cornwell in the ball game. And that's the reason for the applause from the crowd. He replaces Brandon Jawato.
This CLS Knights bench is going to be key also for them because they need contribution from Sandy, from Fearman and Arif, you know, to go into the game and make some impact in this game.
Maxi Esho matched up against Travis. Takes it out to Watkins. The tap from Morgan. And Herring has to start from the backcourt. 4 seconds in the shot clock. Herring steps back. That is a 3. That's good.
That's going to be on the highlights. It seems like he crossed over Malcolm White, but I think the floor was slippery though. That's why Malcolm White can't get back on the, can do a help defense on that one.
We're tied at 18 once again. Another tie. Freddie Lish. Lish goes baseline, attacks. High arcing shot, no good. Travis, ball is stuck. Oh, that ball stayed in the air for like a good 3 seconds there.
I know. We haven't seen that one yet. We'll see what the referee's gonna call.
Yeah, but because
could be a. I think they're gonna go.
The possession arrow.
I think they're gonna give the ball to CLS.
That's interesting there.
That was pretty interesting, but we saw Freddie Lish not scared, you know, challenging Daryl Watkins inside the paint area. We saw that twice already.
Arif in the ball game, replacing Wong Wei Long. Fearman also in the game. Doug Herring against Moses Morgan. Herring looks to make his move, stepping back. No good on that jumper. That's a foul on Firman Nogroho. Both teams not yet in the penalty. That's just the first team foul on the CLS Knights. So, Mono Vampire with the basketball with under 2 minutes remaining in the first period. This is game 1 of the ABL Season 9 semifinals. Rise to greatness. It's Freddie Lish against Arif. Now with Malcolm White. Fearman right in front of him. Peron Villachai drawing the foul on Sandy. And Peron Villachai getting position inside. And Sandy claiming it was all ball. Take a look at this again. Peron Villachai using that shot fake. There's some contact there. Peron Villachai going to the line. First free throw is short. Peron Villachai split at the line. 19-18 for Mono Vampire. It's Maxi Esho. Go to Arif. Down low to Esho against Romeo Travis. Esho, the kick out to Arif. That is a three. That's good. Another three ball for the CLS Knights, 21-19. Romeo Travis. They go down low to Malcolm White against Firman. White with a fadeaway. That's good. So we're tied once again at 21. Maxi Esho goes to Firman, back to Esho. Well defended by Romeo Travis. Esho gets away, tough shot. Malcolm White with some fantastic defense there. Morgan to Romeo Travis, pulls up from the free throw line. That's good for Romeo Travis. And Mono Vampire retakes the lead, 23-21. Arif looks for Firman, wide open. Sandy Cornell from the corner, no good. Firman with the offensive rebound. 2-second differential game clock and shot clock here for CLS. Doug Herring, 3 seconds to shoot. Herring gets Morgan in the air. That will do it. Some confusion there at the end of the first quarter. Maxi Esho visibly frustrated with a non-call earlier. That will do it for our first quarter. As we end the first, is the visiting Mono Vampire of Thailand with a 2-point lead against the BTN CLS Knights of Indonesia.
Check. Very good.
We begin the second period of Game 1 of the ABL semifinals between Mono Vampire of Thailand and the BTN CLS Knights of Indonesia. Mono with a 2-point lead. Mike Singletary back in the ball game.
He had 2 fouls in the first quarter and no impact yet. Played 3 minutes. We'll see if he could stay from out of foul trouble, because we know in the last game against Formosa, he had 3 quick fouls also, and he wanted to stay on the court.
That's great defense from Sandy. Moses Morgan with a counter steal. Malcolm White gets it to Singletary. He'll fire. That is short. Romeo Travis gets his own miss, and Travis draws the foul.
Again, CLS needs to do a better job on rebounding the ball. Travis Romeo is very, very active under the rim to get second chance points.
Rebounding story so far, 13-7 in favor of the Mono Vampire. Romeo Travis won a title in the Philippines before coming over to Mono Vampire mid-season pickup.
Former teammate of the great LeBron James.
And it's funny because, you know what?
What?
Romeo Travis is in the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
His good friend is not in the playoffs.
Probably watching us right now.
And Romeo Travis, though, misses both free throws. Doug Herring on the move. Corner one for three.
Wow.
Got hit as well.
A lot of context on that shot. Could be easily called for a 4-point play right there.
Singletary carving out space. Singletary to the rack.
Singletary trying to put his stamp on this game.
25-24.
I like this lineup though for CLS. They got 3 local players on the court. That's how much Coach Brian Rossum have confidence on all these players.
And Malcolm White with the rejection on Fearman. Ball will stay with the home team. Daryl Watkins back in the ball game. He is their best rebounder with over 9 rebounds a game. Corny went to inbound from the baseline. CLS down by 1 here. Maxi Esho has been quiet so far. Watkins gets it to Herring. Doug Herring asking for a pick. Herring, tough shot there. Tyler Lamb with a rebound. Lamb, oh, too strong of a pass there for Romeo Travis.
Good idea from Tyler Lamb. He just overthrew it.
The thing here for Mono Vampire is that Tyler Lamb, Freddie Lish, and Mike Singletary alternating in that point guard position, really.
They're all very versatile. And we see now it's CLS turn. Both teams playing a little sluggish right now.
25-24, that as a steal from Tyler Lamb. And another change here in the lineup of Mono Vampire. And Freddie Lish hearing it from the crowd.
He was a fan favorite last season for CLS.
How quickly
Things change.
can things change here? Romeo Travis against Esho. Malcolm White steps into this jumper, banks it in.
Second bang shot tonight for Malcolm White.
And it looks like he did it on purpose there,
Yes.
Rocky.
The bank is open in Surabaya, I guess, on Sunday.
Oh, the reverse there. Daryl Watkins and Malcolm White.
We don't see that a lot from Del Watkins.
Yeah, but Malcolm White there momentarily lapsed in concentration as well. Freddie Lish, hand off to Tyler Lamb. Lamb to Lish. Goes baseline to the cutting Romeo Travis. No good, but Malcolm White with a putback jam.
It is hard, you know, when Del Watkins had to help and there's nobody on the weak side to help for the rebound, so that's why Malcolm White took advantage of it with the easy putback.
Esho gets it to Arif. To the cutting Watkins inside, in and out. Watkins gets his own miss and a strong move inside.
That's a great hustle from Del Watkins. Did not give up on his shot and follow his shot.
29-28. Mono still on top. Freddie Lish. Looks for Lamb on the back door with a reverse. Tyler Lamb. What an acrobatic shot.
Sandy slapped a little bit on that one. He didn't expect Tyler to cut backdoor.
Arif. A nice bounce pass to the cutting Watkins with a throwdown.
That was a nice read from Arif, who saw Darren Watkins cut to the rim and gave him a nice bounce pass.
One highlight play after another here in the second period. We have a timeout with Mono Vampire leading 31-30. Mono Vampire with a 31-30 lead against the CLS Knights. Game 1 of the ABL Season 9 semifinals. Wong Wei Long is back in the ball game. A balanced start here for CLS. 7 players already on the scoreboard for them.
The game is what we expected, though. Very close game. And that's a good sign also for CLS if it's a balanced scoring, because they need all the help they need to win this game.
Steal here by Esho, not completed. Travis stepped on the line. It's a backcourt violation.
Great defense from CLS Knights to create that turnover.
And Romeo Travis claiming that he has yet to step on the half-court line.
I wish we got the replay to see it, but
That was very close, though.
that was very, very close. Romeo still talking to the ref.
6 minutes and 24 seconds remaining here in the first half. This is Wong Wei Long against Freddie Lish. Nice matchup here between the two guards. Wong pulls up for 3. Wild shot there. Another rebound for Romeo Travis.
CLS need to move the ball more, because we know in the series against Saigon, they only had 12 assists per game. That's very low, I think, for a team to win a game. But they escaped that series to win, to advance to the semifinals.
Travis misses the 3. Doug Herring. Herring wants the isolation of Singletary. Herring pulls up. Nice move from Doug Herring.
He knows that Mike Singletary had 2 fouls, so he put on the pressure. And we see now an elbow, I think, to Doug Herring, but the ref did not call it for the 3rd foul of Michael Singletary.
Maxi Esho with a rebound. Herring with 8 points so far. Wong Wei Long. They go to Herring once again. Try to put a move on Mike Singletary. Herring blows by Singletary. Doug Herring is cooking in game 1.
Doug Herring, he has a very fast first step, as we could see it there. And Michael Singletary cannot do much because he has 2 fouls in the game.
10 points for Herring. Singletary posting up. The kick out to Lish. 3 ball on the way. That's good. And we are tied once again here. Rocky, you said it. This is going to be a tight one. Herring kicks it out. Jawato from the corner. No good. Watkins with the rebound. Jawato kicks it out to Maxi Esho. No good as well. Travis quickly to Lamb.
It's a very fast-paced game right now. We're trying to keep up with all the plays right now.
Singletary against Herring, and Singletary, the perseverance there.
Very patient of Michael Singletary, waiting for his defender to jump, and finally he makes his shot.
Doug Herring goes to Watkins. That's a foul on Malcolm White reaching in. Under 4 minutes remaining here. Moses Morgan is back in the ball game, replacing Tyler Lamb.
Malcolm White needs to be careful with his fouls, because as we know, Mano needs him under the rim to guard Darryl Watkins. He can't get a foul like that because it's very touchy foul.
So now it's Moses Morgan on Doug Herring. Jawato gets it to Esho. Esho blocked by Travis. Singletary is ahead, but Doug Herring stops the fast break.
Esho still struggling in this game. 3 points and 4 rebounds.
Hasn't been shooting well here, Rocky.
1 out of 4 from the field right now for Esho. He needs to get going though if CLS wants to win this game. But 2 points from Esho. They're still only down by 2.
No, that's a good sign as well. As you mentioned, we want everyone to be involved. But you talk about the ball movement of the CLS team. It hasn't been clicking so far.
Yes. Because during their 7-game winning streak, they had a couple of games where they had 25 assists, 22 assists, you know. So that was, ball movement always good because it could create open shots. And now we saw Malcolm White making another shot.
Malcolm White has made a living in the perimeter. Another basket there from Malcolm White. He's up to 10 points, I believe. Randa Jawato. They go down low to Watkins. Gets in position. Great play there. Off the feed from Jawato.
They might need to go to Watkins more because he's been successful inside the paint area.
Singletary with a jumper. No good. Travis with another rebound. This has been a problem for the CLS Knights. Freddie Lish on the move. Freddie Lish in traffic. Gets that one to go.
Freddie Lish is pumped up to play against his former team in the semifinals. As we hear some boos from the crowd right now.
Well, Freddie Lish, he can say, this used to be my house. Used to be, but now I want to reclaim it.
But you know, when a player play against their former team, it's extra motivation for them, you know, to show what they got. And now this is what we see from Freddie Lish in the first half.
Yeah, a spectacular move there from Freddie Lish. He gets the bonus here. Did not complete the three-point play.
Off the bench now, Freddie Lish with 10 points for the Mount of Empire.
Doug Herring with a jumper, no good.
As we see now, the CLS offense is one and done.
Oh, Doug Herring there. Taking that jumper. Now Mike Singletary wants a crack at Herring. Singletary lost the handle. Ball stays with Mono Vampire. We have a timeout on the floor. CLS Knights trailing by 4 against Mono Vampire. We'll be right back. A crowd inside the Gore Basket Kerta Jaya egging on the CLS Knights, who are trailing by 4 in Game 1. The best of 3 ABL Season 9 semifinals against Mono Vampire of Thailand. And so Mono Vampire with the basketball here with 2 minutes and 5 seconds remaining the first half.
CLS needs to find a way how to get Romeo Travis out of the paint area. He has 5 offensive rebounds already right now and a total of 10 rebounds. So he's been a big problem for rebounding for CLS Knights.
Freddie Lish with the basketball. They get it to Travis. That is a 3.
He had to shoot that one because the shot clock was about to die.
Arif. The offense here starting out very slow for CLS Knights.
I mean, Travis is denying Asho really well down low. They can't get the ball to Asho.
Doug Herring, off-balance shot. That will drop for Doug Herring. Has been a bright spot here.
Herring been carrying the offense for CLS in the second quarter.
40-38. Mono Vampire with the lead. We go to Malcolm White against Watkins. White puts that ball on the deck. That's a travel. And Malcolm White looking to draw out Watkins and take him off the dribble there, Rocky.
I mean, that's an advantage for Malcolm White. As we know, Darryl Watkins, he doesn't like to be out there on the perimeter. He likes it in the paint to play D. So we see Arif.
Well, that is short, and Malcolm White collars that rebound.
He had an open floater on that one. He should have finished it with a shot instead of passing the ball.
Tyler Lamb, steal by Arif, ahead to Esho. Esho recovers and will drop the hammer.
Maybe this dumb could start Asho, could help Asho in the second half.
Just 4 points
4 points.
for Maxi Esho. Quick timeout here for Mono Vampire as we are tied once again, 40 all with 38 seconds remaining in the first half. CLS Knights, quick response there after going 4 down. They're tied at 40 here in the second period. 38.4 seconds remaining. It's Mono Vampire with the basketball, so there's a chance here that they can go 2 for 1. It doesn't look like it though, Rocky.
They're really patient with their offense right now. They're trying to get the best shot possible right now.
Moses Morgan scoreless at the moment. Tyler Lamb losing the handle, gets it back, pulls up for 3, no good. Battle for the rebound, Watkins gets it. Doug Herring will slow it down. And CLS goes for the last shot of the half. Herring gets the pick from Watkins. Herring, tough shot on the way, air ball. And that will do it. We're back to where we started after 2 periods. Tied at 40. A thrilling game 1 on the cards here. Inside the Gore Basket Kertajaya in Surabaya, Indonesia. CLS Knights and Mono Vampire. All tied at 40 at the end of 2 quarters. We'll be right back for the second half. Halftime here at the Gore Basket Kertajaya. 40 all between the Mono Vampire of Thailand and the hosts BTN CLS Knights. And we take a look at the field goal shooting, and the Mono Vampire obviously shooting very well, getting into great flow on the offensive end. But CLS Knights, how have they managed to keep this ball game very close despite the disparity there in the stats?
they went to Darryl Watkins in the paint area, and then they also scrapped on their defense. That's why they could keep up on this game. But the big number was 3 turnovers. That's really big for CLS Knights because they didn't really turn the ball over in the first half. But we'll see in the second half if they could play clean basketball like that in the first half. But of course, 7 assists, that's not going to do it for CLS. Hopefully they're going to move the ball more in the second half to create open shots. As we see, they're also struggling from the three-point shots.
Well, you know, if you combine that, Rocky, they play better on the offensive end, and they keep getting scrappy on the defensive end. You know, we could see CLS, you know, getting a great advantage here in the last 2 quarters.
And if they could get Michael Singletary, if they could just go on him on offense, that would be great also for CLS Knights, as he won't be pressuring the CLS player too much because he don't want to pick up quick fouls in this third quarter.
Well, you know, they want to attack the defense
Yes.
of Mike Singletary. There were 2 quick fouls early on, was only limited to just 4 points in the first half. Mono Vampire right here, you know, they still have more to give, especially with Singletary a bit, you know, silent on the offensive end in the first half.
But I want to give credits to Mono Vampire's defense on denying Maxi Asho. Asho have a hard time to find an open shot in the first half. As we see, he's trying to get it going right away in the second half.
Now Maxi Esho missing on that one. First possession for the CLS Knights. They come up empty. Tyler Lamb using the shot fake. Lamb on the move. Trying to bounce it off to Romeo Travis. That's a turnover for Mono Vampire. This has been the problem for them, that those turnovers, they keep throwing that ball away.
Not a good start off the locker room for Mono Vampire. They need to take care of the ball better in the second half. As we know, they're playing on the road. It's hard to win on the road if you keep turning the ball over.
Maxi Esho with the reverse. A spectacular move from Maxi Esho. Only has 6 points so far. But if you're CLS, you want him to get hot here in the second half.
I like the mindset of Maxi Esho on how to start this third quarter. He goes hard to the basket to get an easy 2-point shot.
Well, you call this easy. That reverse, that was tough, you know.
I know, but for him it's easy though, because he's tall.
And 7 points actually for Maxi Esho. They go down low to Tyler Lamb, carving out space. Tyler Lamb, no good. Wong Wei Long tracks down the rebound. Wei Long fakes the pass. They go to Esho, guarded by Romeo Travis. They want to clear out. They now get the switch. Jawato inside.
We see that the defense of Mono Vampire trying to get Herring out of the picture. We can't even see Herring on the screen right now.
Well, Doug Herring, top playmaker here for the CLS Knights, had 12 points in that first half.
We see Moses Morgan trying to deny Doug Herring Jr.
You know, some great matchups across the floor. Watkins against White, Esho against Travis, Herring against Moses Morgan. Doug Herring lost the handle. That's a turnover.
We see great defense from Moses Morgan, who I think built like Jared Dudley.
Nice NBA reference there, Rocky, as Romeo Travis inside. He scores. That's his 8th point. Romeo Travis, 8 points to go with 11 rebounds.
I know Moses is going to kill me, though, after that reference. but me and Moses, we always hang out during NBA Summer League, so we're good friends.
Okay, so you get away with that one.
Yes.
Maxi Esho steps back for a 3. That's a tough shot.
That's a tough shot. I mean, they still got like 6 seconds left on the shot clock. He could easily pass to one of his teammates for a better shot.
And one thing that has been taken away from Maxi Esho's game is attacks to the rim here. And Romeo Travis has done a great job staying in front, Rocky.
Romeo, I've been saying that he's doing a great job on denying Maxi Esho. That's why it's really hard to drive to the basket for him.
Singletary gets it to Malcolm White. Oh, he misses the dunk. And the crowd loving it. Could have been an easy 2 points there for Malcolm White.
Got to be the ball though.
Maxi Esho had wanted no part of that one.
He didn't even jump.
Al Watkins. Kick out. Doug Herring for three. Too strong. Mike Singletary changing shoes at halftime. Ditching the orange one. This is Malcolm White who draws the foul. Will go to the line for 2 free throws.
Malcolm White, a decent free throw shooter. As we know, this is a very, very tight game. Every possession counts. So these two teams, they're gonna take care of the ball in the second half. We don't want to see too many turnovers because that turnover could cost them the game.
And Malcolm White missing on the first one. And you see the defense picking up in the second half here, Rocky. 2 points each for both teams in the first 3 minutes of the third period, and you didn't see that in the first half.
As you know, defense win championship, so we're gonna expect these two teams gonna play tight defense the last 20 minutes of this game.
Jawato. They go to Watkins, quick trigger.
We don't see a lot of off-the-ball movement from CLS, you know.
Singletary, no call there. White gets it to Lamb, now with Travis. This is Morgan. Singletary. Oh, bounced it off. Malcolm White, turnover here for Mono. Doug Herring, the kick out to Wong Wei Long for three. Plenty of contact there, no good.
On that play, I would like to see Wong Wei Long make an extra pass to Gelato on the corner. He was really open.
Both teams struggling offensively here in the third. And you feel the tension picking up here, especially after, it was more of a free-flowing first two periods, particularly on the offensive end, but now they're both teams made to work for their baskets.
Now because it's time to win the game. That's why they need to get as many stops as they can to get a chance to get a 1-0 lead in the semifinals of the ABL.
Camperon Velachai is in the ball game. That's the ball back from Travis. Travis pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Malcolm White keeping it alive. Watkins with the rebound. Ahead to Jawato. Brandon Jawato on the move. Brandon Jawato gets the basket.
Brandon did not settle. As we know, he's a great three-point shooter. Now he took it to the basket to get an easy, not as easy again. I said easy a couple times already.
Yeah.
See that?
Well, when you say easy, it's tough for them.
It's tough for them.
It's easy for you.
It's easy to say.
6 points now for Brandon Jawato. Knights with a 2-point lead. Singletary for three. Short.
That is the second time Michael Singletary throw an air ball in this game. Very rare to see that.
Singletary just out of sync at the moment. 4 points so far for Mike Singletary.
Because Michael Singletary has been playing really well in his previous games. He hit a big three-point shot also against Formosa in game 2. So this is very rare to see. And that's very rare to see also Gerald Watkins shooting from the three-point line.
Herring with the steal. Saves it only to Singletary. No good on the three. The putback from Malcolm White. No good. Esho. 4-on-2 break. Esho on the move. Maxi Esho is blocked by Singletary.
Maxi got to give it up to Brandon Gelato on that one to throw the defender to
Nice
get
ball
it.
movement here and another block. Doug Herring. Now look, no foul there.
The defense of CLS been unbelievable in this quarter.
The purple shirts getting back defensively here.
As you know, Doug Herring Jr., he plays on both ends.
So no foul.
No foul. A lot of context though.
Gotta like the passion here from the CLS Knights faithful.
I mean, the defense, you could see from the scoreline, still 2 points only for the Vampire in the second half.
So Arif Idiat in the ball game replacing Wong Wei Long.
We start seeing Maxi Esho, I think, doing some talking to a couple of Mono Vampires players.
Oh, they leave Romeo Travis open, and he steps into that jumper.
I mean, that's not a good idea, as we saw Travis in the first half made a couple of those shots, you know. They got to step up on the defense.
Right side again, Brandon Jawato, off-balance shot. That won't work. Singletary ahead to Morgan, back to Singletary. 4-3, no good.
Singletary is not shy, even though he is struggling in this game. He's not shy to keep shooting in this game. You see, that's the third foul, I think, for Michael Singletary.
And Michael Singletary does not like the call and hears it from the crowd as well. And Mike Singletary claiming that was a similar incident on the other end.
But Michael Singletary, he's a veteran in this game. Played in the finals also last season. He need to calm down and regain his focus for this game.
And, you know, I don't think that was just the call, really, Rocky. That was more on the overall game performance of Mike Singletary. He's been struggling with the shots, and it's not helping that he's also in foul trouble.
Yes, he's very frustrated with the game right now. Third foul in this game. We'll see the move from Coach Tang. I think he's staying in the game.
Brandon Jawato keeps his boys at the line.
I think they made a substitution probably for Michael Singletary.
46-44. Mono Vampire trailing on the road against the CLS Knights. First time in the ball game for St. Tong. Moses Morgan pulls up, that's good. Tied once again at 46. So Mike Singletary getting a breather here. Doug Herring, go down low to Watkins, St. Tong right there. Oh, sorry, that's Tanta Chuan rather.
He has a big task though of guarding Daryl Watkins, because Daryl Watkins, as you know, is a very strong guy. There's a load to defend him on the post. As we see assistant coach, the legend, Radek Kuwatiwa, the Ray Allen of Thailand.
Wow, you get a lot of NBA references as well. Even for the coaching staff, Rocky,
Yes.
you know a lot of these guys. Almost a poor inbound there. Maxi Esho. To Arif from the corner. That's good.
Arif, so cool after hitting that shot, just walking back. That's a good confident booster though for Arif Hidayat.
And back comes Romeo Travis with a jumper. 49-48. Romeo Travis keeping Mono in striking distance here. It's the 1-point lead for CLS. Brandon Jawato. This is Arif. 5 seconds in the shot clock. Jawato from the corner. That's a three. Back-to-back hits from beyond the arc. For the CLS Knights, they get a 4-point cushion.
I like the ball movement right there. You know, pass the ball around, and finally Gelato made the 3-point shot.
That's a miss from Tyler Lamb. Gelato elevating for that rebound.
Gelato making impact on both ends. After making a 3-point shot, he grabs the rebound.
The crowd at their loudest at the moment. Maxi Esho passes up on the 3. Gelato on the move. Arif from the baseline. That's good.
This is what we've been talking about the whole game, about the ball movement. As we saw, it did really create an open shot for the CLS players.
Maxi Esho passes up on the 3, but the defense already on its heels there. Gelato attacking the paint and finding a wide open Arif Hidayat for that baseline jumper. It's a 6-point lead for the CLS Knights to have a timeout. Back-to-back hits from beyond the arc. Brandon Gelato and Arif Hidayat. And Arif also making a baseline J off that Brandon Gelato assists. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point lead for the BTN CLS Knights. And the Mona Vampire here, they've been playing without their 2 imports in the last couple of minutes here. And it's become a problem for them on where to manufacture their offense.
Yeah. I think Michael Singletary, Coach Tong, didn't want to gamble on getting him a 4th foul if he stays on the game. But Romeo Travis obviously been playing great defense all game long, so that's why they got converted on the defensive end.
Chayanante getting his own miss, first time in the ball game. Malcolm White short on that jumper.
This is a big minutes for all these players for Mono Vampire, as we just talked about. Romeo Travis and Michael Singletary is on the bench.
Herring, the kick out to Arif. Arif to Gelato from deep. That's good. Brandon Gelato.
CLS just can't miss right now.
His key, this 3rd quarter surge for the BTN CLS Knights. 9-point lead, the biggest in the ball game. Ananti misses the layup. Gelato with a rebound. Ahead to Herring. Herring. There's a call, and that's how loud it's been here inside the Gold Basket Curtain Jaya. We can't even hear the whistle.
We all thought it was a turnover, but actually it was a foul. I think on midcourt by maybe Tyler Lamb.
And that stops the fast break. What a 3rd quarter here.
And on this 3rd quarter, I think Arif Hidayat playing big minutes and giving Coach Brian Rossum some quality minutes with his shots. As we know, Arif just got called up to the national team. Wow, it's an unsportsmanlike foul.
Yeah, looks like it. Because Mona Vampire not yet in the penalty. And Brandon Gelato is at the line. So 2 free throws plus ball possession here for the CLS Knights. This has been their quarter. the third. 17-8. They outscored Mono Vampire.
Gelato can put CLS up double digit for the first time in this game.
So Brandon Gelato, the star of this third quarter surge, makes the first free throw. Second one on the way for Gelato. That's good as well. And sportsmanlike foul on Tyler Lamb. And they managed to capitalize the CLS Knights. So we were tied at 44 a moment ago, and all of a sudden it's a 59-48 lead for the CLS Knights, and they could add to that. They have possession here. 3 seconds to the shot clock though. Esho pulls up, trying to beat the shot clock, no good. And Mono Vampire trying to respond. That's a foul on Firman.
They got 1 minute to end this quarter. Really good for Mono Vampire to regain the momentum of the game, because you want to go to the fourth quarter with a chance to win this game.
A very tough situation here for Mono Vampire. Down 11 on the road. And Mike Singletary with the inbound. And it's been a tough night for Mike Singletary. Mono Vampire on the move. Taken away by Arif. Read that play all the way. Arif goes reverse over Tyler Lamb. Arif Hidayat.
I think he's playing the game of his life right now.
Amazing move there got from Arif Hidayat.
I think Arif is really having a good time playing in this game. He was smiling. That's why I think he could perform like this.
He was playing loose.
Yeah, very, very loose.
13-point lead for the CLS Knights. Tyler Lamb forces one inside, no good. A whistle. And it will look like it will go against CLS. They're not yet in the penalty. Oh, that's an offensive foul.
And that's the fourth foul on Michael Singletary.
And Doug Herring there. Down on the floor. And Mike Singletary laughing it off. We'll see that again. Right here, Morgan with an entry pass. Oh,
You can't really see the replay.
the referee Mike Tolentino was right in front of that incident right there.
Looks like a push off probably from Michael Singletary.
So off the bench, Arif Hidayat with 10 points in just 12 minutes. A perfect 4 of 4 for Arif Hidayat, him and Brandon Gelato. Oh, that's the call right there, although Herring made the most out of that as well.
Probably sells it a little bit, but it worked for him.
And, you know, that was a smart play from Herring, actually,
is.
because
He knows that Michael got 3 fouls.
and he's been hot under the collar,
Yes.
Michael Singletary. So 11-second differential. Game clock and shot clock here near the end of the third. Doug Herring. Herring probing, goes inside, no good. Herring with the putback, another crack. Still have 8 seconds remaining, but Tyler Lamb losing the basketball.
Sloppy play from the mono vampire.
Now Firman was right there. Sorry miss inside. Now Wong Wei Long inserted into the ball game.
For the offensive purpose.
In 7 seconds.
We see they got everybody is a shooter for CLS Knights on the floor right now.
Yeah, everybody is a threat.
Everybody is a threat right now.
Jawato to the cutting herring. Extra pass to Max Ancho. What a way to end the third. A spectacular play. Terrific team play from the CLS Knights. And they will go to the fourth quarter with a 15-point lead. A big run to close out the third period. And the BTN CLS Knights looking good in game 1 of the ABL Season 9 semifinals. A terrific atmosphere inside Nagor Kertajaya at Surabaya, Indonesia. Quarter scoring right there, 23-8 in the third. The big stat so far in this ball game.
I think the story was in the third quarter was Arif Hidayat and ball movement, and also now Freddie Lish trying to get his team back on track with a nice layup and a foul.
That's a bit surprising to me, Roque, is that Freddie Lish, I hardly saw him in the third.
Yeah, he had a nice first quarter. I think he had 10 points in the first half. I don't know why he did not make enough noise in the third quarter.
So he starts the third with a three-point play to cut the lead to 12, 63-51. It's Freddie Lish, Malcolm White, Romeo Travis, Tyler Lamb, and Moses Morgan starting for Mono Vampire. Maxi Esho, hesitation, move, laying it in.
That was a really nice move by Maxi Esho.
And 65-51, by the way. Malcolm White forcing his way inside. The spin move doesn't work. And the rebound, last touch on Tyler Lamb. That is CLS Knights basketball. Nine minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Jawato on the hot hand in the third. Arif with a getaway, drop pass inside, and this time Firman banks it in.
When things goes well for Arif, man, CLS is unstoppable right now.
Biggest lead of the ball game at 16 points. Can Mono respond? Lish lost the handle, turnover.
And look at the defense also from Arif Hidayat. Definitely the player of the game if CLS can come up with the win tonight.
Well, you can't argue. I can't argue with that, though. Brandon Jawato has had a solid game as well.
But Arif off the bench, he was the spark though for this game for CLS Knights.
Yeah. Still perfect, 4 of 4 for Arif Hidayat.
That was a nice drop pass from Arif. And Freddie probably one of his mentor also last season. So he's playing against his mentor right now.
It's a nice matchup right there. Lamb against Jawato. Jawato gets away. Couldn't finish. Singletary with a rebound. And CLS has to be careful because his Mono team is also streaky. That's a foul on Jawato.
16-point game. Still a lot of times on the clock. You never know with this Mono team, very explosive. They got a lot of good scorers on the team, so
they can get points in a hurry.
Yes, so CLS Knights still need to buckle down on defense.
And that's been the key here in the second half. 11 points so far. Just 11 points for Mono Vampire in the second half. Lamb, another tough shot. That's been the story of the second half here for Mono Vampire. They've been made to bleed for their baskets. Maxi Esho against Morgan. Esho, too strong, too good, 2 points.
Overpower the Mono Vampire defense, and we see great defense from Jawato for not fouling Tyler Lamb on that one.
They forgot about Arif, but he's been patient. Oh, Esho.
Miscommunication between Esho and Arif. Arif was looking for the handoff.
18-point lead for the CLS Knights.
Mono Vampire, if they want to get a chance to win this game, they got to make a run right now.
And Mike Singletary to Romeo Travis inside, and Romeo Travis drops the hammer.
That could be a start of a run. As we know, 16-point game, still anybody's ball game.
Arif Hidayat. See more minutes here because of his solid play. Doug Herring against Morgan. Herring makes the shot. Cornea one from the corner.
But that's not going to help the Mono Vampire's case of getting back off this game because Sandy was open in the corner.
Oh, they forgot about Sandy. Mike Singletary. That's a foul on Watkins.
But that's a good hard foul. It's playoff foul right there by Darryl Watkins.
And Mike Singletary right there working inside. Well, Watkins got a lot of the ball there, but
yes, that's a lot of balls right there.
Also some contact there. Singletary. Frustrating evening for him. We have a timeout here as the CLS Knights now have a 19-point lead against Mono Vampire. 6:47 remaining. Sandy Cornuan on her screens just hit a 3 earlier to give the BTN CLS Knights their biggest lead of this opening game of the best of 3 series. It's the ABL semifinals. Winner of the series will move on to face the Singapore Slingers.
CLS getting some solid contribution from Sandy and Arif. This is going to be good heading into game 2, where you know they're going to play in Mono Vampire's home. Hostile environment also, but they also need contribution again from Sandy and Arif to have a chance to win that game.
2 free throws from Singletary, cutting the lead to 17. Wong Wei Long is back in the ball game. They go down low to Watkins, tapped away by Romeo Travis, a turnover. Oh, and another turnover as well for Mono Vampire.
Daryl Watkins did not have a good seal position earlier, and luckily Mono Vampire turned the ball over to give the ball back to CLS Knights.
Wong Wei Long against Freddie Lish. Doug Herring. Moses Morgan defending him. Singletary with 4 fouls. Cornuan. Sandy. Oh, nice fake there from Sandy. Doesn't get the bounce. Singletary with a rebound. Travis. Mono needs to push the basketball. Singletary from the corner. That's good.
That's Ananti right there.
That's Ananti with a 3-ball, cutting the lead to 14. So a quick 5-0 response from Mono Vampire. Coach Chong getting contributions from Tichai Ananti. Esho for 3. In and out. Ananti with a rebound. Ahead to Lish. Ready Lish. Morgan for 3. That would have been a big shot, but it goes to Romeo Travis.
That's a quick 5 points right there for Mono Vampire. 7 points.
A 7-0 run. Cuts the lead to 12 in just a minute and a half. 5 minutes and 16 seconds remaining. CLS with a 12-point lead against Mono Vampire. Five minutes and 16 seconds left in game 1 of the ABL Season 9 semifinals. CLS Knights with a 12-point lead against Mono Vampire of Thailand. And they have the basketball. Arif Hidayat is back in the ball game. It's Freddie Lish putting pressure on the ball. Doug Herring against Chichai Ananti. Maxi Esho on the move. That's a foul on Malcolm White. Hard foul on Malcolm White.
That is a good take by Esho to create the foul. We will see though in the last 5 minutes if CLS Knights will try to slow down the game and use the clock on their side.
Now look at this though. And he sees some space and he will attack immediately. Maxi Esho.
That was a great screen from Darryl Watkins also to free Esho up. And there was nothing that Malcolm White can do.
And Maxi Esho entered the court to chants of MVP at the start of the game. And in the second half, he's come up big here for the CLS Knights. Singletary, Travis, extra pass, Ananti from the corner, short this time. Esho, that's a blocking foul, and Freddie Lish.
Another good look for Ananti on the corner. Same spot, different result. That could have been huge though for Mono if he hit that shot.
So just the second team foul here for Mono Vampire, and now Tyler Lamb all set to return. Arif Hidayat. It's been solid so far in this ballgame, but he commits a turnover. Mike Singletary all the way to the rack, and it has been that type of evening for Mike Singletary. And even the shots that he usually makes are not falling. He'll go to the line for 2 free throws though.
Tough night for Mike Singletary. He's usually finished that layup. But we'll see if he could cut the lead to 12 points with his 2 free throws.
And Mike Singletary was limited in the first half. He misses the free throw as well. And the only remaining import from the original cast of Mono Vampire at the start of the season. And Singletary makes the second one. It's down to a 13-point lead. So Knights looking to slow things down here. Doug Herring. How's the basketball? Watkins. Arif gets the handoff. Arif, quick first step. Handoff to Esho with another 3.
That was a perfect play by CLS Knights, freeing up Maxi Esho. Arif was the bait on that play.
Romeo Travis misses the jumper. Jawato with a rebound.
They gotta go. They gotta get the ball over quickly.
Oh, he has to cross the line. Oh, barely.
Barely right on time.
Watkins to Esho. Esho to the rack. Maxi Esho putting an exclamation point.
He's cramping though.
Oh, not a good sign here.
He's trying to stand in his power.
And case of cramps for Maxi Esho. He's poured his heart out with all his effort in this ballgame.
You know how tough it is to stand up with a cramp?
I can't even imagine, Rocky, but you know, give credit to Maxi Esho. He was quiet in the first half, was finding difficulty to get past the defense of Romeo Travis, and in the second half made some adjustments with his game, and he got going the second half.
That's why he is probably one of the nominees for MVP this season. And we see some unhappy faces from Mono Vampire squad.
79-61. 18-point lead for the BTN CLS Knights. And, you know, if you're Coach Brian here, you might want to rest Maxi Esho the rest of the way here, with the game seems to be in the bag already.
I would do the same thing, just like you said, because, you know, they got a good 18-point lead. I think his teammate could finish this game for him.
Yeah, you still have Doug Herring there, who actually sacrificed a lot of his offense here in the second half and doing more of a doing more playmaking and especially the work on the defensive end.
I want to know what Coach Brian said during halftime.
Oh, absolutely. You're right, Rocky.
Because it's a big difference from the first half.
And we were talking about that at halftime. You maintain the same intensity, the scrappiness in the defensive end, but you add the ball movement, you add the better shot selection, and you get this. But Freddie Lish recovers the basketball. That's a foul on Jawato.
But we see that Coach Brian Rossum stick with Arif Hidayat. Now he played like almost the whole fourth quarter, giving a hug to his former teammate.
Now, Freddie Lish is a fan favorite here when he played for the Knights last season. But, you gotta wonder where he was in the third. That was really where they needed his offense.
He could provide offense immediately.
And Lish goes 2 for 2 at the line. This is a 16-point lead. And the CLS Knights.
Doc Herring just gonna walk it up, use as much clock as he can.
Long way long. Will attack. It's another hard foul from Malcolm White. The Mono Vampire not yet in the penalty.
But you could expect this hard foul though, because the intensity of the playoff is really different from the regular season.
Oh, look at that. Malcolm White throwing out his left shoulder there.
It could be a statement foul also, so 1-1. Well, he will think twice before he drive it to the basket,
And Romeo Travis getting into it with some of the fans here. This could, this could get very interesting. Game 2 will be in the home floor of Mono Vampire at Stadium 29 in Nonthaburi, Thailand. And, if Mono Vampire manages to tie this series and we go here for a Game 3, oh, wow.
That's going to be crazy. The intensity, the environment.
The atmosphere, really.
I mean, Romeo Travis, he got to stay in the game. He can't be trash talking with the fans at this point of the competition because, every game matters.
This is going to be very, very interesting in Game 2. Mono is going to be fired up coming out of that one.
Of course. They gotta have a good response at the start of the second game.
They have a stoppage in the play as the referee sorting out.
I mean, coming into this game, Mano should expect, the hostile environment. People gonna talk trash to all the players, so.
And this is the beauty of the ABL because each team has its own floor. You travel around the region.
And Gorkha Jai is famous for that. So they should know better when they come in, to stay focused on the game.
Win or lose, this crowd is stuck with this team.
Yes. This is probably one of the best crowds in the ABL. As we see, it's a sold out tonight at Gorkha Jaya. And we see some people even standing. They couldn't find a seat.
Indonesian fans can be very, very passionate.
And we see, I think, one of the fans
being escorted
outside.
They have been that exchange with Romeo Travis. And now that it has been settled, we resume this ball game. 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining. Home team CLS Knights with a 16-point lead against the Mono Vampire of Thailand. ABL Season 9, Rise to Greatness, Game 1 of the semifinals. The winner takes on the Singapore Slingers in the finals.
But CLS wants to finish this game the right way, you know. You don't want to
And
give...
then even Mono.
Yeah,
even Mono,
too.
they want to go into Game 2.
With some momentum.
Absolutely. Wong Wei Long, nice pass to Jawato, and it's Malcolm White with a foul again. And Rando Jawato. How about him, Rocky? He's been solid all throughout.
He's been really solid, playing good defense also this game. We don't even hear much from Tyler Lam also on this game. So Brandon Jawato has been doing it on both ends. Also Moses Morgan, you know, he's checking on Moses Morgan also this game. So
and Brandon Jawato, together with Arif Hidayat, they sparked that third quarter run that really, you know, cost this breakaway from the CLS Knights.
Tyler Lam with 9 points in this game, and Moses Morgan only 2 points in this game.
And Mike Singletary with 7 as well, and Malcolm White with 10. So
it's been the defense which been the story in the second half.
Travis backing down on Herring, kicks it out to Morgan, short on the 3.
I mean, Mono need Morgan Moses to hit those shots, you know, to win this series. Because we know Moses is capable of doing that.
Doug Herring uses the Watkins pick. Jawato from the corner, that's a 3, in and out. Watkins taps it.
Smart play from
To
Arif
Hidayat.
Hidayat.
Wow. Wong Wei Long. Goes to Watkins, pulls up, no good. Nearing the 2-minute mark of the fourth period. Mike Singletary misses the 3.
It's a night to forget for Mike Singletary.
Held to just 7 points tonight. Mike Singletary, Wong Wei Long manages to get away. The ball will stick with the CLS Knights. It's been a remarkable season, to say the least, for the CLS Knights. And this is another milestone for them.
Yes.
This Game 1 win. And, you know, so many milestones this season, and I want to mention it, Rocky. Most points in a quarter. We had 48.
48. Probably the least. They also probably only gave up the least points in the third quarter. Only 8 points for Mono.
Also, the most three-pointers in a ball game. 22 three-pointers, right in this very same floor against Macau.
A lot of milestones for CLS. It's been a great season for CLS.
Coach Brian Rossum.
But you know, you cannot sleep on Mono the next game.
This is just one game.
This is one game. I'm expecting Michael Singletary to have a very big game on Game 2.
So now Coach Brian Rossum giving his bench an opportunity here.
I mean, both teams has cleared the bench except for Moses Morgan.
Ardiancia.
Bima Risky
Risky. Mosaroni also there.
and John also in. John is also a promising point guard for CLS. So this is going to be a good experience for him to get at least 99 seconds in this game.
And count the biggest playoff win as well for the CLS Knights against the Saigon Heat. 25 points, 84-59 in Game 1. So it's been a season filled with milestones, and now they get their first win in a semifinal series.
I mean, they've been playing basketball the right way this past few months. That's why they could get those milestones.
Chicha Ananti hitting the three there. Almost a steal.
Now the bench players from CLS, you know, they cannot make silly mistake. because 15 points with 2 minutes left.
And Katon Aji Bascoro there also in the ball game. So
You don't want to give any type of hopes.
this is still a minute and 47. It'll be my risky in there.
Because if I can recall, I think against Saigon Heat in the regular season, Knights were down by 11 with 2 minutes left, and they came back to win that game.
Oh,
With Wong Wei Long hitting those 2 3-point shots. So, still a crucial 2 minutes. You don't want, as we just saw, turnover from Katon. This is a lot of thrust from Coach Brian Rossum to put in all 5 bench players.
Chechai Nanti getting hot. The lead is just down to 12. And Coach Brian Rossum is forced to call a timeout. A minute and 41 remaining. Back-to-back threes from Chichai Ananti has cut the lead to 12.
I mean, if I was Coach Brian Rossum, at least I would leave Sandy on the floor, and Firman with 2 players that have experience, and maybe Arif Hidayat. And now I think Doc Harry might come in again.
So Doug Herring and Al Watkins back in the game. So another timeout here for Mono Vampire. 12-point lead with a minute and 41 remaining. We'll be right back. Leading by 12, the CLS Knights with a basketball. A minute and 41 remaining in game 1 of the ABL Season 9 semifinals.
Coach Brian Rossum doesn't want to take any chance of letting Mono having some life.
Well, Mono Vampire now with some life indeed. Chanta Chon. That's Aperon Villachai rather. And the drive.
I mean, if he hits this shot, that means it was a 9-0 run.
Oh, wow. The lead is just down to 10. So Mono Vampire without their imports, they're all on the bench right now. An all local crew on the floor. Aperon Villachai misses.
Right.
And the rebound goes to Oh, Gelato.
Luckily, Gelato could secure the rebound for CLS.
That was a dangerous pass as well. They pressure Arif. That's a turnover.
Now we are seeing Mono pressuring the ball, to create turnovers with 1 minute left in this game.
So this is the problem if you face Mono. You give them some momentum and they will really grab it. Anante. Almost a steal there. This is a 3 ball on the way, no good. Tirawat inside, that's a foul on Watkins.
CLS dodged a bullet right there. Sang Tong had an open 3. That 3 could have cut the lead to 7.
But Tirawat is at the line. First free throw is good. And they cut the lead to single digits here. This was at 19 points at one point in the fourth. 2 for 2.
Coach Brian Rossum won't be happy with this.
81 to 73. And we'll see.
Gelato and Sang Tong getting on each other.
Unsportsmanlike foul.
I think they're calling a double foul, maybe.
They have to keep their emotions in check here. Gelato, a double foul.
We'll see what the ref gonna call. The sign was double foul, but
Yeah, double foul. Happened right in the middle of the floor. Oh,
no, that was a unsportsmanlike.
unsportsmanlike foul.
I mean, we knew it was about to happen from the other side. They were pushing each other already.
So Mike Singletary back in the ball game. No, they downgraded the foul.
I guess it's a regular foul.
Just
now.
a regular foul. Should be.
I like the call though.
So
I think it's the right call.
just when we thought that the CLS Knights were all set to just wrap up the win without incident, now their lead has been chopped to 8 points. And more importantly for Mono Vampire, this gives them a lot of confidence heading into game 2.
Yes, especially their local players, because they've been doing it without their imports.
And even if they lose here, they gotta like the way they finished the game here, Rocky.
Of course, Coach Tang will be happy, even though we see Sang Tong is ejected probably from the game.
Sang Tong missed the 3 earlier, but Tirawat was there. It's been a hard-fought fourth quarter.
Yes, but we expect that though.
A better showing from Mono Vampire down the stretch.
After a dismal third quarter.
And Doug Herring waiting for the contact. And Aperon Villachai
We know Apron Pilacha, he never back down.
is not one to back down from any player in the ABL.
He's a veteran guy too, He's been playing a lot of playoff games in ABL, so he knows, what it takes to win a game.
So from the locals of Mono Vampire, a very encouraging finish.
Yes.
And Doug Herring was tasked to guard Mike Singletary for most of this ball game.
Trying to seal this game for CLS.
This could do it here. 1 for 2. Singletary with a basketball. They go for the quick two, but they miss here. You know what?
Tirawat got an open layup. He missed it from point blank.
But, Mono Vampire.
Still positive energy though from Michael Singletary, giving high five to all of his teammates.
And this could be big.
Yeah, that could be big, showing support, to all the local players.
Heading into game 2, you finish the game this way. It looked like a lost game, and then you ruffle some feathers on the CLS side, and all of a sudden you go to game 2, get off to a good start, and probably send the series back here. I would buy a ticket if this goes to game 3.
Are you gonna buy one for me too?
You get a free pass here. People know you here in Surabaya and the rest of Indonesia.
The hero of this game.
What a performance from Hidayat, and just like that, he misses the free throw as well.
I might jinx him on the free throw line.
Oh, it's been a pretty slow finish to this ball game. Stop, start, all the fouls.
Unnecessary foul from Doug Herring.
They send Singletary to the line here. Mike Singletary unable to get his rhythm after 2 quick fouls. The series shifts to Thailand on Wednesday. Where it will be Mono Vampire's turn to host. And I'm sure their supporters will be looking forward to that matchup.
Mono have 2 days to figure it out.
Well, they just have to look at the third quarter.
Yes.
And a bit of the fourth as well. Oh, Maxi Esho is back.
That is very surprising.
And trying to secure the win. They foul Maxi Esho and send him to the line.
That is a very interesting decision though by Coach Brian Rossum, putting Maxi Esho in again to the game. As we know, he had a cramp after that dunk.
Esho trying to wrap up this win. He misses his first.
We could see it from his face still. He's still hurting from that cramp. Short on the second one, but
Oh. And even that isn't going the way of Mono Vampire. Lane violation, the second free throw.
I think the last 2 minutes of the game last like 10 minutes already.
Well, we thought it was a trouble-free finish for the CLS Knights, but then Mono Vampire woke up. And the 1 for 2 for Maxi Esho. Nanti. They turn the ball over. Wong Wei Long will finish. 11-point lead. You know what? Inside, Watkins commits the foul. No easy baskets here. Although the game is about to be finished. You know what? Makes the first 10-point lead for the CLS Knights, all set to back this victory.
They're trying to figure out, I think, who the foul's on.
It wasn't Watkins.
Yes. Still all smile for Michael Singletary. And now
That's 5 fouls on Watkins.
Yeah, I think Watkins fouled out the game right now.
So the night is over for Dal Watkins. Finished with 8 points.
And now Sharoni coming in. Saroni is a young big man.
A lot of players stepping up for the BTN CLS Knights tonight. And Shantachon banks the free throw in. Arif Hidayat will dribble the clock away. Two teams will meet again on Wednesday, but tonight belongs to the CLS Knights. They come away with a 9-point win over Mono Vampire of Thailand. They take the series opener in the ABL Season 9 semifinals. Game 1 goes to the BTN CLS Knights, 86-77. Mike Singletary, Romeo Travis have a couple of days to figure things out as they go up against CLS Knights once again in Game 2. But tonight, a performance to remember for the CLS Knights. A lot of them this season, but once again in their biggest game of the season, they've come up with some big-time performances.
Especially in the second half. I mean, the third quarter, I think that was the biggest difference in this game. You know, holding Mono to only 8 points, and Arif Hidayat, you know, giving a spark, a big spark for CLS Knights off the bench, and Jawado also playing really solid on both ends. And I think those two players sealed the win for CLS Knights tonight.
Doug Herring, Maxi Echo, Darren Watkins did their share.
Yeah.
Sandy Kurnion hitting some big shots as well. And it's been a difficult time for Mike Singletary and the rest of the crew as we turn you over to our courtside report.
Beyond compare, and the final score for the BTN CLS Knights, 86-77 for the Mono Vampire. Congratulations for the first win, for the first game for the BTN CLS Knights. And one of the player of the game is the man beside me, Arif Hidayat, proudly from Indonesia, proudly from Surabaya. Arif, congratulations, selamat Arif.
Terima kasih.
Rif, ada yang berbeda nggak persiapan kamu dari game-game sebelumnya dengan persiapan kamu hari ini?
Sama aja sih sebenarnya, pelatih emang nyuruh buat khususnya pemain lokal ya, Mas Koko nge-push kita buat stay ready terus. Main atau nggak main kita harus tetap siap, misal coach butuh kita di lapangan. Jadi ya persiapannya sama kayak pertandingan sebelum-sebelumnya, ya kita harus mau nggak mau harus tetap siap.
Okay, good preparation and always be prepared. So, apa yang memotivasi kamu sehingga kamu bermain sangat baik bukan hanya di offense tapi juga di defense?
Saya pengen CLS juara.
So, juara ya. One thing on his mind, it is the championship. Last, apa yang ingin kamu sampaikan buat fans dari CLS Knights?
Terima kasih dukungannya buat masyarakat Surabaya, untuk semua yang datang ke GOR ataupun yang streaming. Thank you banget supportnya, itu berarti banget buat kita. Ya, thank you banget.
Okay, so there's one thing to do because you are one of the player of the game. Player of the game, silakan. Sudah. Okay, congratulations. I'm going to party with those guys.
Thank you, Dion, and go ahead and party with the rest of the CLS Knights. Although we still have game 2 in a few days. Sidal Tupas with Rocky Padilla, and Rocky tried to sum up this night for the CLS Knights. It was a difficult start for them as Mono Vampire got into the groove early, but in the second half, really, Arif Hidayat and Brandon Jawato made all the difference.
I mean, like, it's a great night for CLS Knights, but I know that Coach Brian Rawson probably won't be happy about the finish of this game. But nonetheless, it's still a very, very solid performance by CLS Knights tonight. And this is going to give them a lot of confidence going into game 2, playing on the road. So the defense, they have to carry that defense tonight to Mono Empire Studio 29 on Wednesday night.
And that will be a tough task as they try to close out this series and enter the finals for the first time here in the ASEAN Basketball League. CLS Knights only in their second season, but already making waves. They're one win away from a berth in the championship round. Arif Hidayat, proud son of Surabaya, was one of the stars of the show. Romeo Travis got going early, but was taken out of the ball game in the second half. Mike Singletary and was struggling with foul trouble, could not get going with his offense. Freddie Lish had a great game for Mono Vampire, but just not enough.
Not enough, but as everybody knows, closing the series is the hardest thing to do. So they have to come up with their A game again on Wednesday night, but it's not gonna be easy because we know Mono doesn't want to go away, you know.
That has been their story of their season. Their backs have been against the wall since going into a 2-10 start in the beginning of the season. So Mono Vampire, they're used to this situation. This is not unfamiliar ground for them. So we expect a fight back in game 2.
Of course, as we know, this is the stats from tonight's game. 16 turnovers, that's too many turnovers to win on the road. So I am expecting a very big game from Michael Singletary on game 2. And also Freddie Lish, you know, Freddie Lish was a good spot, a bright spot for Mono tonight. He probably gonna play more minutes also in game 2. So Mono, man, I think they're gonna bounce back big time on the game 2.
Well, and it is up to the BTN CLS Knights really to stop that fight back. It's Brandon Jawato and the rest of the BTN CLS Knights. Brandon Jawato is our player of the game. A great performance from Jawato.
He finished with 18 points tonight. Definitely a big part of this win.
When they needed some offense, and Brandon Jawato was there to deliver. Maxi Esho got going very late in this ball game. Only had 5 points in the first half, had 15 in the second half. It all came together actually in the last 2 periods for the BTN CLS Knights. It was tied at 40 at the break, but CLS outscoring Mono Vampire 46-37 in the second half. And that will do it for us. For my partner, Rocky Padilla, it's been an honor bringing you this game 1 of the ABL semifinals. It's the BTN CLS Knights getting the head start here in the series opener.
Thank you so much, Sidal. It was fun calling the game with you.
That's it for us from Surabaya. We're saying good night, Sidal Tupas and Rocky Padilla.